Let me see if I'm tracking this. What seems to be emerging here is a worldview of equality and equanimity, where all nations submit to one world government, and all people share in the world's riches. But remember, when you talk about equality, that we're meaning equal opportunity, not equality in fact. Actual equality will never be achieved, and be grateful that is so. Why? Because equality is sameness, and the last thing the world needs is sameness. No, I'm not arguing here for a world of automatons. I am speaking of a world in which two things are guaranteed: the meeting of basic needs, and the opportunity to go higher. With all your world's resources, with all your abundance, you have not yet managed those two simple things. Instead, you have trapped millions on the lowest end of the socioeconomic scale and devised a worldview that systematically keeps them there. You're allowing thousands to die each year for lack of simple basics. For all the world is so magnificent, you have not been magnificent enough. The first mark of a primitive society is that it thinks itself advanced. The first mark of a primitive consciousness is that it thinks itself enlightened. The way we'll get to the first step is through two shifts to change us: one in your political paradigm, one in your spiritual. The movement to a unified world government would include a greatly empowered world court to resolve international disputes, and a peacekeeping force to give power to the laws by which you choose to govern yourselves. The world government would include a Congress of Nations, 2 representatives from every nation, and a People's Assembly, exactly the way the U.S. government is set up with 2 houses. Your U.S. Constitution was God-inspired. Each nation would keep its internal peacekeeping police, but all national armies would be disbanded. Nations would reserve the right to secede from the Union based upon a vote of the people. Such a federation would produce an end to wars between nations and the settling of disputes by killing, an end to abject poverty, death by starvation, and mass exploitation of people and resources by those of power, an end to the systematic environmental destruction of the earth, an escape from the endless struggle for more, an opportunity for all people to rise to the highest expression of self, an end to all limitations holding people back, whether in housing, the workplace, or personal relationships. A world where everyone is finally free to thrive.